Good morning, everyone. Today is 5-5 portal. It's a powerful day. It's a portal of change, liberation, and the activation of higher timelines. What are we manifesting in this Taurus season? It's also a 15 degrees Taurus, powerful day. And it's Monday. How are you guys feeling today? Welcome, welcome. Welcome to Embody Your True Essence with me, Ikwe. I'm looking forward to have a special guest, Marian, again. And we're gonna do some really amazing stuff. But yeah, today is 15 degrees Taurus. So that means the 6th. That means the Libra day I receive. And we are receiving that activation of our higher timelines and portal of change, portal of liberation. And we're anchoring deeper into the Mother Earth and connection, embodiment, sensuality, and the self-worth, all of that, or cultivating in this powerful season. So if you're feeling this way, you're definitely on the right track. Thank you guys for being here. Hi, Marian. Are you ready? I would love to bring her in and we'll talk about the energy of the day. And she's also going to share a lot of stuff that she's been studying and learning. So let's call her in. Let's see. How do you do that? Marian, can you request a live? Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm very happy you're here. Hi,
Hi,
Marian.
Equay. Hi, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We talk to each other like 5 minutes prior to our live, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna change the shirt because would you like to talk to about the
Yeah,
relationship?
yes. So it's Red Dress Day, honoring all of the stolen Indigenous sisters. I'm on the lands of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh peoples, and
Yeah,
for everyone who is grieving or has some type of suffering they're doing in silence or loss. But in particular today, there's been an imbalance in the number of Aboriginal women and two-spirited peoples who have been
yeah,
killed.
definitely. Thank you for enlightening us. I totally slip off my mind. And then when I talk to you, it's like, okay, do I have a red shirt? And I
Mm,
went to my closet. The only red shirt that I found was like a tank top, and
mm.
it says like work, spin, dip. That's my broken shirt. And but look what I found. So this is designed by the indigenous
Yes,
person. It said every child matters,
yes, for
and
Orange Shirt Day.
yeah, the orange shirt. So it's close enough. I'm
It
still
is.
honoring the culture.
Yes, yes.
Then, like I've seen so many different versions of orange shirts for that matter. But this is, yeah, designed by an indigenous person, and I just thought they was so cool.
That's lovely.
Yeah, so.
Then I looked because I know it's also May the 5th, so Cinco de Mayo, and we're in a 5-5 portal here. And when I went onto the internet and saw that there's not a thousand, but there's so many things that get highlighted every day that you would have no idea. So it's wild.
Yeah, like when you look it up. Today is yeah, it's like random stuff you can also find,
Like
right?
astronaut day and sleep apnea day. And so then the second date I looked at was
Yeah.
the 11th, when we're going to have this
Mhm.
ceremony. And there was something about it, about technology and egos,
Oh, very
and
interesting.
Mother's Day.
Yeah, yes, Mother's Day. Yeah, for sure. Very interesting. Yesterday, leading up to, I teach on Sunday fashion maneuver class. There was a marathon race. So just going there was like as soon as I went out, like it left my place, I felt anxiety. And like, what am I feeling right now? And I think it was just the excitement that, people running, and because I live downtown, right? I
Right.
immediately felt that energy. And, we tried to avoid the roadblocks to just get off the downtown, get out of downtown to get to my class. And then as soon as I got there were two people waiting for me just to buy supplements. So it was just like a lot of energy around. And then maybe because of that, my square readers, I used to sell supplements for Human Garage. It was glitching. So and it
So
didn't
much
work.
energy in the air.
Yeah, so I tried to like reboot the system and all that. It's very interesting how technology can affect, like we affect technology, but technology also can be very sensitive. And since I'm more aware of spirit and everything, there's a spirit in my cushion, there's a spirit in my iPod. So just having that communication. So yeah, so that's what I just thought about when you said tech and ego.
Right. Well, that, and we don't always, it's that we don't see it. It's, so if I'm
Hmm.
describing to someone Reiki, for example, um, we
Hmm.
don't see the radio wave stations running through our home, but
Hmm.
you get sound through a radio in the same way with we have an energetic field, and there's that. And when you say that, the unseen, I think of Alaska and how absolutely potent and powerful Alaska is. I'm pretty sure there's a pyramid.
Really? Oh, nice.
I'm pretty sure there's a pyramid there.
Yeah.
And the Federation off planets use it. So it scrambles technology because of the magnetism.
Very interesting.
Yes,
You think there's a pyramid in North Pole too?
absolutely. The North Pole, there's a reason that it's so attractive to use these places because it's not as inhabited. So it's a lot easier to for this to take place without people
Mm-hmm.
freaking out, we'll say.
Yeah, 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 for sure. Yeah, sometimes I've seen like images of like this is what you can see in North Pole, but it's like it looks like AI made, and it's like I don't know what to believe anymore kind of thing. But
Mm,
definitely I can see there's like yeah the power spot where yeah it's just easy to use those energies to work,
yes.
right? Yeah. So that being said, like you work with so many tools, amazing tools that you, you just keep showing me. Like,
I'm doing it well as we're here. And
yeah.
these are tuning forks. These ones are tuned to the frequency of Mother Earth or Gaia, the Schumann
Can you
resonance.
show it to us?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And I'm
yeah, beautiful.
tuning
And like,
forks. These are off body. These ones are just to, and they resonate for quite some time, but it's attuned to the earth frequency. So
mm,
it may be hard to translate on a telephone here.
I can hear it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah, I think people can hear it too.
get grounded in.
Beautiful. Yeah. Can you show us, not show us, but actually, like, let's say the set the intention, like we're 5-5 portal, and it's about that portal. Today's a portal of change, liberation, and higher timelines, right? So, and then maybe set the intention leading up to our events on Mother's Day, and we're celebrating and activating our divine feminine. So lots of things are moving. It doesn't matter how you identify yourself, male or female. We all have divine feminine energy inside of us. And also considering Pluto is in retrograde. And so I was just telling you like how, old ones are coming up one last time. Hopefully it's one last time. And then, yeah, so this set the intention that like, okay, what's a good way to do that? Can we just do a couple maneuvers and then you can, if you could,
And let's just take off the pressure for one last time. So when we have stuff that comes up, we welcome this stuff to come up.
mm-hmm.
Because as long as we're here, stuff is going to keep coming up. There's no finish line.
Okay, we
It's
might
just
as
it's just for us to embrace more the things that our body is showing us so that we can really become better friends with those parts of us
right.
that
So
that we have.
we might as well surrender. So the faster we surrender, the better, right? Otherwise, we just
So
continue to
I
go.
feel like the way I'm seeing it now is that just acknowledging those parts of us
Mm-hmm.
that perhaps we've suppressed or not given a voice to, the wounds that are there.
Mm-hmm.
If it's coming up again, it wants your attention, and so perhaps it's been, you haven't given those parts, and it's often our small parts inside of
Mm.
us
Mm.
that want to be heard.
Right. Yeah. I listen to them now.
Yeah.
And I just say, thank you. I see you. I feel you. Move with me. You're safe. You don't need to hold this. But thank you. Yeah. Okay, let's do Antler twist. Take your right hand and place your hands, fingers pointing backwards and left hand fingers pointing forward. Let's just move some energy in our head. Take a deep breath. And off in the mouth. Squeeze your head really tight and twist the skin right side forward and the side backwards. Feel free to move around side to side, up and down. Breathe your mouth. 2, 3. Do your nose. 2, 3. I feel awake. Yeah. Yesterday was one of those days that I got emotional. I got triggered. It was more about the financial stuff for me, like the things that came out for me, and then I just have to go through my emotions, and then yeah. So I was crying just before I go into bed. If you do that, then when you woke up, your eyes are swollen, right? So that's what I was feeling. But it's moving now. Okay, let's do right hand on your third eye, and the same thing in the back of your head. Let's activate our third eye. Breathe your mouth. And off in the mouth, squeeze your head really tight, and feel free to torque the skin, come to rotation. And it doesn't matter which way. Breathe your mouth. 2, 3. Through your nose. 2, 3. Beautiful. Let's do one more to open our heart, and then I would love to Marianne to grace us, bless us with her medicine. Let's go to our chest. Let's take a deep breath. And off in the mouth, open your heart. And breathe your mouth. 2, 3. To your nose. 2, 3. I felt that heart opening. Good morning, everyone. If you just joining, this is an amazing, the one and only Marianne. Grand Rising Ruby, beautiful ladies. Thank you. How do you feel? Oh, how are you feeling, Marianne?
That felt really nice. And so then I like to also do a little tapping on there.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
Just
that also. If I ever get startled when I'm out biking and people are getting activated, I spin here and pull like these clavicle pulls 3 times either direction, just to
okay.
get me back into my system, as does the tapping. That also helps
Mm-hmm.
along your
I
collarbone.
also intuitively start to, like, I know about EMF tap, EMT, EMT tapping, whatever tapping.
EFT, EFT.
EMT, whatever tapping. But yeah, I started to intuitively, randomly do things like that when I feel,
Yes.
yeah, just like the tension. And it's just the awareness and attention that you give to your body. It's like, I see you, I feel you, let's move through it, right?
Yeah.
So, Marianne, I would love for you to briefly introduce yourself, your amazing soul, and then if you could grace us with your medicine. We're ready. I'm ready.
I'm Marion,
Mm,
and I recently changed my Instagram to Mystic Marion, and that resonates very deeply
yes.
for me. I was Paisley Missy because I was born in Paisley in Scotland, and I have gone through um, a real change of why God still has me here, or the
Mm,
Creator. The word is irrelevant, to be honest.
mm-hmm,
And it is my honor to have these beautiful instruments of sound, some of which I've made myself and
mm,
others that I've adopted. And I really and particularly resonate with the alchemy crystal singing bowls made by Crystal Tones.
mm,
This morning I was out, I mentioned on Friday when I was joining you, I have this profound relationship with a sequoia or a redwood tree. And
mm,
that is where I have my first contact.
mm.
Is there with my feet on the ground with this tree, and in honor of our stolen sisters, I took
Did
out
you
one.
receive any messages or like?
Yes, I really do.
Mm.
So today I was playing my Native American flute, one of them that I
Oh
have.
wow! Oh, that's what you did. Okay.
Yes,
Very
in
grateful.
honor, and I had some white sage that I had done some smudging, and I don't mind who sees me. I feel
Mm.
like it's that we're all there to just have our expression, whatever that means.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Jessa said, my grand and mom were born in Dundee.
I lasse.
I don't know what that means, but that's
That's
so cool.
great. A lassie is it's just a lady.
I never
Like
seen
a
it
lot
before.
is a man. Well, you'll be, I will then, I was a Highland dancer for 12 years of my life, competitively growing up, and then I returned to it as an adult. And Ikwe and I apparently both go to the same dancing studio.
Yeah, I know. Like right after my dance ballet class, there's a shot of scotch.
Yes, yes, yeah.
That's the name of your team,
So
Highland Dancers.
it's Jessa Earth.
This Earth. Yeah, we're
I,
all grounded.
so today I chose the Yagna bowl, and it's I have one practitioner bowl, meaning that it has a handle. So if we're in person, I can really take the bowl and play it over top of the body, and then you get a lot more of the direct
Okay,
kind of
I love that. Okay,
funneling of the sound right in. And
it's mm-hmm.
yeah, go
Sorry,
ahead.
sorry to interrupt you. I just got excited. Ruby
Yeah,
James, like
get
Scottish.
excited.
Scottish is one of my favorite accent. But I've actually never heard you like speak like that, so
Oh,
that's really fun. Yeah.
it's great.
St. Patrick Day.
No, that's Irish.
Sorry, that's an Asian of me just randomly
That's
talking.
okay.
It
We're
sounded,
all
yeah,
family, aren't we?
yes.
So the
Okay,
Yagna bowl that I chose, this is
yes.
a higher truth.
Hmm.
And part of the ingredients that are made with this bowl is palladium.
Okay.
Um, and the ashes from Yagna ceremonies. So
Do you want to
sacred.
show us?
I will, yes, but I'm
Yeah.
just introducing it.
Okay, okay, okay. Sorry, rushing you. Okay,
Okay,
done that.
this is the Yagna bowl. So I'll come close
Whoa.
so you can.
Yes.
So this is a karma clearing bowl. It
Uh,
helps with longevity, mineral absorption.
ah.
It's related to the goddess Athena.
Okay.
It helps with your belonging and strength. It's a root chakra,
Mm. That's perfect for Taurus season.
cleansing karma.
Mm. Wow. It's beautiful.
I adopted this bowl when I when I get material items, I say I'm adopting them
Okay.
because nothing comes with us, yeah.
Right.
And that was the other thing of this, in honor of lives we've lost. We haven't lost them. We don't. The energy doesn't end.
Mm-hmm.
It's that we become ash, and part of this bowl is from these sacred ceremonies and the ashes of these masters.
Mm.
So yeah.
Wow. Is it heavy?
um I don't know how much it weighs.
Right.
I'm pretty strong.
Yeah. That was beautiful. I
And
love
I mean
that.
strong in like strong,
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah.
um I don't actually know how much it weighs, but
Hmm.
it's a really beautiful bowl.
I just received it. I don't know how everybody received it, but I felt like I was keep doing this. It
Great.
felt
You want
like
it to wash over you. The idea is that it will go into the cells of your system, the energies that it carries,
mm,
and then go where it needs to nourish you, really,
yeah.
so that
When
you
you
can have more, get more space.
mm-hmm. Was there any advice when we do like sand bath? There are so many, you have so many holy, sacred tools, but also, are we supposed to just
Receive.
receive? Okay.
So there is no supposed to's in, if you're having a sound journey or
Mm-hmm.
you're using tools. For example, I'm just going to use my moose drum while I say this.
Mm-hmm.
I made this. um
Ah, beautiful.
it's for you to receive, like, let the sound, we are ultimately frequencies, and so it's for you to let the sound wash over you into your cells through your system to receive
Mm-hmm.
a
Ruby
lot of.
saying, sorry to cut you, but Ruby
Okay.
said, that's so funny you say that because I'm clearing some trauma around death deep in my belly. And then that also, like, Mariana, you were expressing like something moving in your belly too.
Yes,
It's
and
so wonderful. Everyone's so connected.
I feel that, so I get what I call the God bumps or the Buddha bumps, however it is your word. So thank you. I just want
Mm-hmm.
to honor that is taking place, and you've shared that. Thank you for that. I have the, just, it rushes through me, meaning that it's so true. So it's there as a gift for you to know that you're on the right path.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. Because death is, it's actually, it's a beautiful thing that I believe we um all could use a little bit more encouragement to celebrate it differently as we celebrate birth.
Mm-hmm.
Death is part of this process,
Mm-hmm.
meaning that we leave this particular skin suit that we're in. We
Mm-hmm.
chose to come here,
Yeah.
and once we become more comfortable with the stories that we've
Mm-hmm.
told ourselves and the
Yeah.
people that we've loved, it isn't really a loss. When we love, and that's really, I think, why we're here, to create
Yeah.
and love. When
Mm-hmm.
somebody leaves their body, what we have is perhaps we haven't figured out how to direct that love that we've had with them, because it's not talked about in North America in a way that it is in other parts of the world, where we are embracing these emotions a bit more on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah. I
So
like that.
then,
Yeah.
what a beautiful thing that um
The love that we gave away is not useless or dead. It was just sometimes when you lost someone that is so precious, even just break up or anything, just the love that you were, pouring is like, okay, where should I go now? Take back my love or, yeah, but the
well,
love,
it's just love.
yeah.
It doesn't, you don't have to, it's yours, you express it, you have it, it comes from you.
Mm-hmm.
So it isn't ever um lost, we'll say.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. It's like what you said about energy doesn't end. So when things doesn't end, then there's no start either. There's no beginning either. It's just one of those things that it's just there. And then maybe from the human concept, 3D concept, we can't really, understand. There's a thing that doesn't even begin, but doesn't even end, but there is.
We are very incredible beings, and um, it's just often not comfortable for people to understand how intergalactically, expansively miraculous we are.
Mm-hmm.
And we really truly are that. And Einstein, he said, like, there is no beginning or end of energy. I believe it was him. And
Yeah.
Pythagoras was the first man who prescribed actually music or sound as medicine. It's
Mm.
so it's we're just always on a returning back to what
Yeah.
it is at our embodying our true essence. And
Yes.
love is very much a foundation, and we've just at times maybe sheltered some of that stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. I was with a client doing hands-on session the other day, and then I started to just intuitively started to hum as I'm talking.
Mm.
And I just
Mm.
like just like hum, and then yeah, like
Mhm.
singing, dancing. Like,
Mhm.
okay, this is
Mhm.
new to me. Like
Mhm.
I tried like doing fascia maneuvers and humming, but it was
Mhm.
more, like it came very intuitively. So definitely
Mhm.
that sound as medicine is the next level
A
thing.
100%. It is
Hmm.
really because our bodies, when our you said triggered, and I have I've changed my use of the word trigger to activate. So if
Hmm.
something comes up that activates my system, it's because my cells are not comfortable with something that's happening.
Yeah.
So then if it's inside and we require it to be released, we're doing that with sound of our cells. I love that you're doing that intuitively because
Hmm.
that is the medicine.
Yeah.
And breath. We move, we breathe, we sound. It's all within us, each
Yeah.
and every single one of us.
I love that. Thank you. Sorry to cut you. You were about to hit the drum. Like, do you think we can still receive that?
Oh, I stopped drumming because I really wanted to acknowledge and honor the person
Yeah.
that
Ruby
had
Jean.
courage to put that forward, because it does take courage
Yeah.
to state that and to put these things forward. And because when I really get the mess, I am in gratitude. I'm in deep reverence when that is what happens, because that's
Hmm.
really why I'm here. That's
Yeah,
why I
definitely.
exist.
Yeah. She said, took a breath, felt that flow, sister. 100% agree with what you said. That's beautiful. I love that. I'm ready for a drum, Marion.
Okay, we're done. So this is a moose hide,
Hmm.
and it's from I have it. The ingredients came from Canada, from hides that are reclaimed on this land that they have. So every part, so it's imperfect. The circle is not in the wood. It's not a perfect circle because that's not how actual drums are.
Okay.
And I chose to not put any symbols or anything on the actual moose hide,
Hmm.
as it's just honoring the moose that's
Hmm.
was sacrificed. So I'm not
Okay.
altering or changing what it is.
Hmm.
And oftentimes, again, it would be that I would play it this way on the body, because if you hear this way
Yeah.
versus this way, it's a bit more powerful. It's got more potent sound.
Hmm.
Again, just it can be, you can notice with yourself that even if you slow down your breathing, it will slow down how you feel.
Do you think you can put that drum a little closer to the phone? It's very subtle and it's very gentle.
I can make it much more powerful.
Mm. Mm. That's beautiful. I was dancing. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, thank you. I feel calmer.
Well, this is, I think, what we all want is to feel peaceful in our own skin.
Mm-hmm.
And in the world that we live in of external, validation or whatever it is,
Yeah.
people are seeking, there's really, you really have it.
I.
It's
Mm-hmm.
our life is actually extraordinarily simple that we have created a complexity.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I've been reminded through some pretty significant health opportunities, I say, that when we wake up every day and we have breath and we have another day, that in
Mm-hmm.
itself is a beautiful gift that we uh, can forget
Yeah.
as we get if we're caught up in the human doing versus human beingness.
Yeah.
And
That.
that's just part of this culture. And it's not people's faults.
Mm-hmm.
We have the responsibility to choose how it is that we want to show up.
Yeah. I
And that
felt
can be,
like the combination that we just had with that the first one, the sun bath. I felt like with the shape of this, like a bell. I
uh-huh.
felt like I received in that way, like the veil come
Mm,
come like arrived on top of my head, and it goes like that. And then I know that you said that the sound is about the root chakra, right? Grounding.
mm-hmm,
And then with that mixture of the drum, I
mm-hmm.
felt that warmth in my third eye crown chakra with the drum. So that was a nice combination, like that top chakra and the lower
Mm-hmm,
chakra
mm-hmm.
meet.
To be expansive, that
Yeah.
we're grounded, and then it runs all up through our vagus nerve and through our spinal column to then be able to go and reach out into
Mm-hmm.
the more etheric realm. I love that you used the word, I think you said veil. Did you say veil?
Yeah, veil. Yeah.
Because that's how I often see things energetically,
Mm-hmm.
that we have veils. So if you think about, uh, you've had an experience when you were small and you've put a veil over part of yourself,
Mm.
that the more we remove these veils,
Mm-hmm.
the more we uncover and go back and return to our, what I see, Ruby, perfectly imperfect self
Yeah.
by having these veils removed
Yeah. It's
or
beautiful.
putting a veil on, which I haven't ever been to a wedding
Mm-hmm.
by choice.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's interesting because in this moment I'm thinking, well, brides veil themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it's time to get married, you pull the veil back to
Mm-hmm.
reveal.
Mm-hmm.
And so that in a small way is what we can do each time we are meeting ourselves with what you said, like the trigger. Consider that that's a veil wanting you to say, okay, thank you. And that veil can move on once you've given attention to the thing that caused you to feel uncomfortable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because triggers are not comfortable feelings.
Mm-hmm. But doesn't mean that it's bad, right?
Correct. Because that means you're judging whatever's coming up for you. And I think that is just too common Es- especially as women. Not, I'm not saying that doesn't happen for men, not at all. I'm not separating what that is, but it's just been a customary role that women will take things on emotionally.
Yeah, yeah, very true.
So it's not wrong. It's that there hasn't been enough safety or comfort to be able to express what it is that has come up. And then equate for you in particular, coming from a Japanese background, there's also a cultural
Mm-hmm.
veil that I think comes with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I like that. I was just thinking, today is a red dress day, sorry. And then it's just honoring all the women that were silenced or even murdered. I feel like that connection between our thyroid and the womb space, the belly, is so sacred. Can we do something like maybe right hand on our thyroid and then left hand on our belly, and then we can do 6 breaths. And Marianne, would you like to lead us with some affirmation afterwards, if that's
Yes.
okay? Yeah,
Yes.
let's do
Yeah.
that. So if you're called to, you can place your hands, right hand on your thyroid. From the bottom of your neck, pull the skin up gently. And then take your left hand on your womb space. And let's do 6 breaths. Breathe your mouth. 2, 3. Do your nose. 2, 3. Okay, go ahead, Marianne.
I am blessed to breathe.
I am blessed to breathe.
It is my birthright to speak my truth.
It's my birthright to speak my truth.
I honor myself.
I honor myself. Mm. My voice matters.
My voice matters.
Mm. Beautiful. Wow, that was a beautiful offering to us and to the world. Yeah. I also thinking I'm so calm, a little lightheaded.
I have a little bit of a tingling, and it felt like sometimes I like to maybe work in threes from my improv background.
Yeah.
So sometimes it can just be simple things that we're saying to ourselves. I think that as I'll speak for myself, I know that I've often given at times that maybe I didn't have something to give, but I gave anyway, and that I am very conscious to practice giving to myself.
Yeah.
And choosing Mother's Day for
Mm-hmm.
us to join, um, I had considered, are people busy
Yeah, yeah.
doing what they're doing, but that the mother is
Mm-hmm.
like Mother Earth,
Mm-hmm.
and the commitment is to the yourself.
Yeah. And
So I
then and then also, we set the intention that it's kind of like a portal. Even when you check the recording and then do that ceremony with us, it's activated, right? So it's not about you have to be live and with us. It's like we're doing this, and come join us, kind of thing. The invitations are open, and I'm so excited to just start something new, but also we're I'm doing this for myself, and we're doing this for ourselves, for once, foremost. And then I'm excited to, because every time I take action, and this is what I notice, we're activating something. And people who join Call to always receive that blessing because they chose themselves. So I think that's super powerful. I wanted to as I was also thinking, besides we did this thyroid and the womb healing, like healers, we say we need to open our heart, right? Like we need to open our heart. Yesterday, when I went to this ballet class that we were talking about, my my wonderful Pisces ballet teacher, who's super stoic and precise, precision is her not entitlement, what's that word? The title, like, is I love her. She talks about how I should stretch my legs. And I was kind of like stretching, how people talk about stretch your knees. But in reality, in ballet particularly, we're not supposed to stretch your knees. So think of like this is the leg, and there's a knee in between hips and feet, right? Instead of like stretching knees from here in the middle, think of what she said was like, think of like pull it up instead of pushing the knees to stretch the leg, but rather lengthening.
And lengthen.
So as in this Dream Now Live, we talk about, I thought that opening of my roots chakra and crown chakra. In the middle, we have heart chakra. In order for us to open our heart chakra, instead of just let's open it here in the middle, like a knees, that visualization that I was talking about, we need to expand ourselves from a root chakra and root chakra and the crown chakra. So naturally, if you elongate ourselves, our chakra have no choice but to open. Does it make sense?
Because we can't, we're not separate. Like we are not separate.
Mm-hmm.
And this uh, skin suit is not separate. So it is all connected. We are all connected.
Yeah, I love
And
that.
and we're in a container to explore and encourage and support each other within that, so
Yeah,
that every part, every piece is welcomed.
yeah. Lengthening, expanding. In
Hmm.
order for us to expand our heart equally, we need this direction, but also we need this direction anchoring really deep on Mother Earth, but expand. We can't just focus on here. We can't just focus
Hmm.
on here. It's an
Hmm.
equal energy that
Yes.
allow us to expand. So as a result, our heart expand too.
And
Um,
that even
yeah,
in that, when you're saying that, it's the other parts, the less pleasurable parts are still important, valid, and welcomed.
yeah,
That's how we get to see the light, the dark, the I don't like the good and bad. Sometimes
yeah.
it still comes. It's all part of it. So um,
Mm-hmm.
just welcoming all of it.
Yeah, accepting and know that we are safe regardless.
Yes, it's gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
Even when, so I want to share before we go,
Mm-hmm.
one of my beloved bowls smashed a few weeks ago,
Yeah.
and it just really showed me the impermanence of things.
Mm-hmm.
And that change is just, we can definitely count on change.
Yeah. Sometimes the change is like, no, no, you didn't.
Well,
But
so then it's thank you. So
yeah.
there, meaning we don't always know why something happens, even if it feels like horrible in that moment. Like
Mm-hmm.
if we've lost someone recently in Vancouver, this tragedy that happened where a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people lost their lives in a senseless way. So there was no preparation. It was tragic. And so what did that mean? And I can't even begin to put words to that
Mm-hmm.
at all. Nor would I,
Yeah.
to say that we're not in control of what happens, but we are in charge of how we transmute what happens.
Yes.
And we're not often aware, but our higher selves have more of an awareness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think that's where you and I are uniting to find ways to make our reality that we're living in more comfortable.
Mm-hmm. 100%. Ruby Jean, she's pregnant. And she
Oh,
said that baby's kicking so much, she stopped when I breathe. And then
yes.
that she's going wild right now. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you for being here.
You got chosen.
Yeah, yeah.
What a beautiful gift.
And it's her lineage always had male, like the male babies, no female babies, and she's having a daughter.
Congratulations.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and then Bambi said, as I'm getting energy from the floor, I'm lengthening. Yeah.
Well, the floor is connected to the earth, and so, and I really have brought in like a grounding root chakra sound, and the sound of Mother Earth. That's what the tuning forks are tuned to, that resonance. So
Mm-hmm.
and so I don't know if there's also some gentlemen here, but any sounding and breathing that you're doing and movement is that's your magical miracle medicine,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. Yeah, definitely.
available to you every day.
Mm-hmm. I love that. 25 weeks now, baby girl, first girl in the family. I love you.
Well,
Yeah.
Ruby, you're a lady, so
Yes. Very true.
so you're expanding the femininity here.
It is, yeah. That was a great talk, Marianne. Thank you guys for joining. And yeah, we're hosting the full moon ceremony on Sunday, May 11, 4 to 5:15 p.m. PST, that's the Pacific time. And you will get the recording if you can't join. But we're doing this for the first time. I'm so excited to work with Marianne. Last year, I tried to make this women's circle happen in my place. And then it's just like, the lots of variables and it didn't happen. And then I pitched it to Maria and I want to do it on Zoom because I want to bring people in. And then Zoom is, getting a lot more comfortable. It's like, in a sense, like you don't even have to leave the house and you can receive in your pajama. I think there is some, sacred and convenient thing about it for sure. So we're excited to do this. If you call too, we're going to extend our early bird pricing, which was supposed to end today, but I will change that. So yeah, thank you. Marian, do you have anything you want to say before we go?
I think if we could maybe just sound together, and everyone who's watching also just sound in your own space, because it's very important that we really draw our attention to our own sound.
Yeah, let's do that.
So Friday we vooed.
Mm-hmm.
I think today we'll just ohm, because we're really grounding.
Yes, let's
So
do
we'll just everyone will just we'll breathe in and out once, and then when we breathe in the next time, we'll just exhale to the sound of Om.
that. Okay.
Okay? So we'll just one breath in and out. Now on this in breath, we breathe in and then we sound out to the sound of Om.
Hmm. That was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Rubizine. Thank you, everybody, for watching and joining and feeling that energy, co-creating that energy with us. Feeling very loved. Appreciate you both. No, thank you. Appreciate you too. Thank you. Today is, it's about divine femininity, and but also we're anchoring ourselves deeply into Mother Earth in this Taurus energy. 5-5 portal of change, liberation, and activation of higher timelines. So thank you guys for being here.
I
Let's have
love
a
you.
I love you. Let's have a great day and talk soon. And if you're called to, let's all see you guys at the full moon ceremony. Thank you, Mariam, for joining
Thanks,
us.
Equate. Thanks, everyone. Have a really beautiful day.
Yes, thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.